good morning, Rothestars. This is an impromptu live that I'm doing after a workout because I wanted to talk to you about something. Several things happened yesterday and today, and I was really thinking about it. And so I thought, you know what? I want to open up this conversation. If you're not able to be on the live, I really want you to post your comments below because this is a really important topic. We were having a discussion yesterday with my daughter and my boyfriend, and he was suggesting that she wear more sundresses and things like that. And she had on some tights and a crop top, and dressing like her mom, of course. And he was saying, like, men don't like it when your clothes are too revealing. And so it opened up this whole conversation about how women should dress, are expected to dress. And I really believe that women should dress in a way that accentuates how they feel on the inside. If they feel sexy, or if they feel conservative, if they feel demure, like the way that you dress is an artistic expression of who you are. And it's also directly correlated to like fashion in society. So, my daughter was like, maybe I don't want to wear a sundress. Maybe I just really like wearing this. And I don't want to be with a guy that tells me whether I should or shouldn't wear something. And I remember once when I was in my early 20s, I dated a guy, and he was real stringent about what I wore. He was like, always checking to see if people were talking to me and telling me I should wear like a slip. I'm like, I don't want to wear a slip, right? And so we would fight about it all the time. And I vowed never to be in a relationship with someone who tried to control what I was wearing. And as it turned out, he became, later on in life, a very controlling person with his wife, actually put his hands on her. So I do believe that men that are controlling what a woman wears is really a reflection of what's going on in him. Maybe it's an insecurity, maybe it's how he feels that the world should see him, and and he wants to control everyone around him so that he's seen in a certain way. I mean, that's open for discussion. But so what happened next? We all agreed to disagree, and of course I thought about it a lot, and I said, well, obviously I've always worn like crop tops because I like to work on my abs and show my abs off. And actually, as I've gotten older, it takes a lot more work. So I'm like grateful to be able to wear something that I think accentuates my figure. And of course, so my daughters have adopted this whole thing because children learn what they live. And then my little one said, well, can I wear whatever I want? And the answer was no. And the reason why was because when young children wear things, I believe, that accentuate maybe their femininity or their sexuality, there's certain things there's a way that I believe that you can dress that is appropriate for your energy and your vibe. But if you're trying to be something you're not, then you're not able to handle the energy that comes with that. So I told India, who loves fashion, who wants to be like 21 right away, I said, no, we do get to check what you wear because you're not mature enough to handle any kind of immature advancements or responses that are going to be coming to you from men. So like men respond to women in different ways based on what they perceive they are, the energy that they're putting out based on what they're wearing. And this is a really delicate conversation because it's really not about whether a woman should wear a certain thing to be perceived a certain way, like overly sexualized or under sexualized, conservative, or whatever. One is being good, one being not so good, but based on your belief system, because it goes into the conversation of unwanted sexual advances. And there have been many women who have had to defend themselves if they were wearing a mini skirt And then a man who was unable to control his urges, which is really not about sex, it's about control. So when men rape or take advantage of women, they use the clothes as an excuse, like she was provoked, instead of looking at the issue of the man's need to control the woman, to exert force and control over the woman, which is the real issue. So it was just a really interesting conversation, and it made me think about a whole bunch of other stuff. And then this morning on the TRFC, I got a message from one of my beloved members, Letitia, who has just she's had an amazing journey with me. She's lost like over 40 pounds and gotten so much stronger. And she's a beautiful woman. And she made a post that she was able to wear a crop top for the first time and feel good about herself and feel confident enough, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally, to wear a crop top. And I was like, wow, that, like, the reason why I'm on here today is because when I read her comment, I was like, this is such a beautiful culmination to the conversation that we had just the day before about women's expression of what they wear. So women's expression of what they wear doesn't have to be about attracting a man. It gets to be about how she feels in her skin, how she wants to express her style, how she wants to express her self-confidence, how she looks in the mirror and says, yes, you're good enough. Yes, you're beautiful as you are. You don't need to hide. And, you know, someone made a comment to my sister that my generation, and I do think it's true, I'm like Gen X, what am I? Like Gen X, right? That we're obsessed with weight. And Gen X is obsessed with weight. And because when I grew up, it was all about being skinny, 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 skinny. The skinnier, the better. But, and then you only feel confident to wear certain things if you fit this mold of being very skinny. And because I remember being like literally 50 pounds lighter than I am right now and feeling overweight. And so it's really not about like how you look. It's about how you feel about yourself. And so I just wanted to drive home this message that the journey for all of us is not towards pleasing others. It's about how do you look in the mirror and love what you see and who you are and who you be and how you show up in the world. And then it made me think about also my hair journey. So this is a funny story. You know, I used to wear like clip-ins in my hair to make it longer. Like I do have curly hair and it's actually kind of thin. Whenever I would wear my hair, it just kind of like lays down flat, doesn't really like puff up. And I would like wear like extensions in it, the clip-ons in it to like make it more full. And then, you know, over the last, I would say 4 or 5 years, especially that's why I love social media, and the hair journey for Black women, it was an acceptance journey of accepting your hair texture, of validating yourself, accepting all different kinds of curl patterns. And that journey is different for each person, whether you wear wigs or you wear perms or you wear natural, whatever, it's all good. Like there's no judgment. It's just an expression of who you are. But what I would hope for you guys and for all of us is that you love like that natural and authentic essence of yourself. So like love yourself, like love your body no matter what you're wearing, love your hair no matter what society says about it. So I also share that, you know, my hair journey has been an interesting one. I do work out a lot, so like wearing my hair straight has always been a challenge. I used to wear braids all the time, but like I've been natural for a long time, but I always felt more beautiful when I had the product in, all my curls were neat and down, and I just felt more beautiful. And I guess that was based on the society standard of beauty. And lately, you know, my boyfriend, the same boyfriend, who loves the way I dress, by the way. I don't want to say that he's controlling the way I dress. He's kind of old school and he's open to the conversation that we have with my daughter, but he has an obsession with my hair and he plays in my hair all night, like all day, like plays in it. And so as he plays in it, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh my God, like it's like I woke up and he just like, you see how it's all teased out like this. And then one day I looked in the mirror and I thought, wow, like, why do I want to change my crown? Why do I want to lower my crown? Like, it's so beautiful. It was an amazing thing for me able to see myself differently with this really, really like bigness of the hair. And it comes from him like playing it. So it's like a self-love. And then I realize, you guys, it's so much easier. It's so much easier when you don't have to manipulate and do something to yourself to be accepted. So like, I literally, after that, like, I wake up in the morning, instead of putting a bunch of products on it, I just kind of go like this, and then it's there. But it's a journey. It's a journey of self-love. And shout out to, all the women like Natural who started with the hair care journey of women's acceptance of their natural hair on Instagram and gave us ways to style our hair, to look at our hair. And the youth, man, like the youth, the young women and men who are rocking their fros and just looking so good and vibing, like they're giving other people permission to love themselves as they are. So like, I just wanted to get on and share this message. I'm hopefully that it's landing with you guys, that learn to love everything about yourself, because this journey called life is directly correlated to how you see yourself in life. And a lot of times we make a lot of decisions based on what other people think, what other people believe, but you never ever know what other people think. It's only a projection of what you think they think. So what really matters is what you think. So this journey called life is one of love and self-acceptance and expression and creativity and fashion and style. So, I mean, let's not judge each other for what we wear, what we look like, whether we have straight hair, curly hair, afro or fro, whether we're thin or whether we're thick. Let's just recognize that we're all on this journey to be able to look in the mirror and say, I love you. Like, you rock. You rock in a t-shirt, you rock in a tight dress, you rock in a wig, you rock in a fro, you rock with wrinkles, you rock with smooth skin, you rock with a little extra weight on your waist, you rock when you're thin. Like, you rock with all of it, because how you show up is a direct reflection of who you believe you are on inside. So I want you guys to know this. I did this message to remind you that you are beautiful as you are, and you don't need anybody else's permission to be who you want to be, wear what you want to wear, be the size that you want to be. What I want you to do is take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. That means heal the wounds in your mind, heal the wounds in your heart, heal the trauma of your past, so that you can show up in your present being the best version of yourself. And when you do that, when you really take care of yourself, you become inspiring for others to do the same. You uplift others to do the same. Next thing is regarding the fro and inspiration. So every time I do my class, and the tier I've seen, I lay down, like my hair gets kind of flat, and I always say, fluff the fro, fluff the fro. And so one of my students, her son said to her, hey, you and Tiffany are both rocking your fros today. It made me want to cry, because it was so beautiful for her son to acknowledge that his mom and me were rocking our beautiful afro fros. That's why it's worth it. It's worth it for you to go out there and to be your authentic self, because you give others the permission to do the same. All right, you guys, I'm happy that you were here. If you enjoyed this message, please share it with someone who might need to hear it today. Please share it with someone who might want to be uplifted today. And yeah, I see you. I appreciate you, Jessica, Terry, Joseph. Thank you for tuning in. Please share it. Tomorrow is my birthday. Tomorrow is my birthday, and I'm going to be giving away a lot of fun gifts during our live tomorrow. So make sure you show up. You invite people to show up, because I really want to grow the channel and start doing new things with the channel, like surprise lives like this. So make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and you hit notify, so that you can be notified when I have these like surprise connection videos. All right. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Remember, love yourself exactly as you are.